How's it going, everyone? Rosalind here, and today I've got another build video for you for Persona 3 Reload. Now this time, we're going to be making a 6-element Loki build that is great for the late to in-game and is the exact build I'm currently using in my own Merciless playthrough. Now this build is an important build because it's actually the first opportunity we're going to get access to Spellmaster in this game unless you've leveled up the Lover's social link to rank 10, in which case you can get it a little bit earlier. As per usual, I'm going to be going over the skills and my reasoning for choosing them. Afterwards, we'll be going into the actual build itself. So let's get into it. And here is the Loki that we're going to be building today. As you can see, it has all of the Dyne level spells with Agidyne, Bufudyne, Zeodyne, Garudyne, Kogon, and Aegon. I then also take Null Fire to shore up its only weakness, and then he naturally learns Spellmaster as he levels up, which will reduce all of the SP costs of your spells by half. One thing you'll notice with this build that's different from my Black Frost build, which was the mid-game version of this, is that we don't actually have single target boost, instead we have Spellmaster. Part of this is so that we actually just have Spellmaster to pass around to other Persona. The other part of it is that we don't really need it. The point of this build is not to be used against bosses or strong enemies or anything like that. You use more dedicated Persona for that. The point of this build is when you're just running around Tartarus and you need to get a whole bunch of weakness hits so you can down all the enemies and then get all out attacks. In these situations, having that extra damage is really not all that important, and in fact sometimes it can be a bad thing. You don't really want to be doing too much damage when you're going around fighting all the trash enemies. This is because if you kill all the enemies, you don't get an all-out attack. And if you don't get to finish the battle with an all-out attack, well then you don't get a guaranteed shuffle time. And due to the major arcana and changes the shuffle time is an extremely important part of getting more power in Persona 3 Reload. It's a great source of money, a great source of Persona, a great source of experience, and a great source of skill cards. So having a Persona that deals enough damage, but not too much damage, and can hit every element is a great thing to have, and that's the whole purpose of this 6-element build. So with that all out the way, let's move on to actually making this 6-element Loki. Alright, so for this fusion we're going to need a Shikioji. Now this does need to be level 51 in order to learn Null Fire. You can accomplish this by making a Shikioji, giving it a growth skill card, and then it'll learn it passively. Alternatively, if you didn't really care about Null Fire, you can get Resist Fire earlier, or you can just use a Resist Fire skill card. We're also going to need a Rangda, Naga, Uriel is where we're going to be getting Kogon, and then a Ganga. Once you have these, we can start by fusing the Shikioji with Rangda to make a Pazuzu. And this is where we're going to be getting Aegon. And then here we're also going to be passing down Null Fire. Alright, and then we're going to fuse the Naga with the Pazuzu to make a White Rider. Then pass down Aegon and the Null Fire. Okay, and then we're going to fuse the Uriel with the Ganga to make a Gabriel. And we're going to make sure we pass down the Kogon. And then finally, fusing White Rider with Gabriel in order to make a Loki. And we'll be passing down the Kogon, the Aegon, and the Null Fire. Now at this point, you almost certainly won't have enough experience from level ups in order to get Spellmaster if you're making this as soon as you're able to, so you're going to have to use a skill card, in which case you would want to use a Growth 3 skill card, and replace whatever the last spell is. And then this would be your final version of the persona until it hits level 76, at which case you would replace this Growth 3 with Spellmaster, and then you would have the completed Loki build. So that'll do it for this Loki build for Persona 3 Reload. If you like the build and want to see more of this content from me, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you have any questions about this video, Persona 3 Reload, or any other game that I cover, feel free to hit me up over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RoslinGaming, or my Discord server, both of which are linked in the video description below. Until next time, take care.